This month I turned 60, and the strange thing is, on Monday morning I still logged into work as usual. Same desk, same meetings, same emails, same polite corporate language, but something felt different even if no one else could see it. I am an office worker in a large city in what might be called a middle management type administrator role. That means I'm not in senior management, but I am in a role that supports senior management. I'm in the middle of the workplace hierarchy, not senior enough to be powerful, not junior enough to be seen as full of potential, experienced enough to be useful, but perhaps not always seen as someone with a future. I get paid relatively well for my sector, but still not enough to feel that I have financial security. Certainly not enough to feel like I can stop working anytime soon. I am also single, so there is no second income sitting quietly in the background. There is no partner's salary, no shared mortgage, no financial safety net that I can casually lean on. My working life is directly connected to my financial life. That changes the way I think about work at 60. I do not have the luxury of being careless with my employment, or dramatic about workplace frustrations, or pretending that retirement is just around the corner. I still need to earn. I still need to stay employable. I still need to keep showing up. There is a particular kind of vulnerability in needing your job at 60. You may have decades of experience, but you also know you cannot be careless. You cannot simply storm out, start again, or assume there is a long runway ahead. Only a couple of close co-workers know my real age. I try not to spread that around. I choose to dye my hair regularly, and I consciously try to be open-minded, flexible, and willing to learn. I do not think of myself as ashamed of my age, but I am aware that once people know your number, they can start interpreting everything through it. If you are tired, maybe it is because you are older. If you are unsure about a new system, maybe it is because you are out of date. If you ask a question, maybe it confirms something they already suspected. That may not be fair, it may not even be conscious, but I think a lot of older workers understand that quiet calculation. I should say this is not about criticizing younger colleagues. Many younger people I work with are smart, capable, kind, and generous. But there are some things about aging in a workplace that are hard to understand until you are living them. I am conscious of trying to remain relevant in a workplace that values energy, enthusiasm, speed, confidence, and vigor. I am not resistant to change, but I sometimes feel tired by the constant need to prove that I am not resistant to change. I am also an introvert, which adds another layer to working in an office. A lot of workplace life is not just doing the actual job. It is performing, being sociable, approachable, cheerful, flexible, easy to get along with, and interested in whatever conversation is happening around you. Some people seem to do that naturally. For me, it takes energy. I can do it, and I do it every day, but it is still a performance, and at 60, I notice that energy more than I used to. I have decades of experience, but experience is a strange currency now. Sometimes it is valued. Sometimes it is treated like baggage. Sometimes people want your knowledge, but not necessarily your voice. And that is a strange place to be. Old enough to know how organizations work, experienced enough to see patterns, capable enough to keep contributing, but also aware that the workplace is always looking forward and perhaps not always looking in your direction. I suspect I am not the only person quietly feeling this. So this channel is not about giving grand career advice from the top. I am not at the top. I am still in the system, still attending meetings, still answering emails, still learning new platforms, still managing my energy, still trying to remain visible without becoming a stereotype. I am 60. I am still employed. I am still adapting. I am still here and I am still logged in.